Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 11, Episode 10 of Tap to Craft Podcast. I am Denny Luce, coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How the heck are you doing tonight, Kris? And let me know what is in your glass.
It is a wonderful evening here in Tampa. I'm trying to, there we go, turn the volume off of that live video. But things are going good in my glass this evening. I'm drinking a local beer from,
Oh,
it's gonna wash out the label, but Angry Chair, their Space Grass IPA. It's a
okay.
double dry hopped IPA with Citra, Simcoe, and Azaka hops.
Wow.
Um, and I grabbed this, Denny, because,
Mhm.
well, it was like one of the last few non-double digit beers in my fridge.
Good,
Um,
good. Yeah, that's good
so
because we're going to be drinking a double digit beer here on the show, and we don't need to have you double
no, no,
digiting.
I got to be up at a reasonable hour in the morning. So I'm not going to do anything stupid.
All right.
But what is in your glass this evening and how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm actually off this week because I try to take
Ah,
Thanksgiving week off for myself and to enjoy, being thankful for things,
hmm
family and everything, and just it's just my fun week. Although I did spend many hours in the yard raking or sucking up all the leaves in the front yard from the tree and all the fake little berries. It's a non-fruiting tree,
hmm
but it still pops those little cherry pops those cherry
Yeah.
those little cherry things. And the squirrels love to go up there. They know that the fruit doesn't have any, nourishment. They go and they pluck it, they chew it, spit it down, and they literally remove every single piece of this fruitless fruit into my grass. And if I don't take care of it and get them off the grass, it just sits there and rots my grass, and then I have to replant grass in all the spots where these fruitless seed berries or whatever they are. So yeah, I spent a few hours out there doing that in the 30. It was in the 30s when I was
hmm
out there, just like freezing my butt off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold over here right now.
Well, it
But
was it was here too.
oh, was it in the 30s?
Uh, no, it was in the 40s when we woke up though.
Wow, that is cold.
Yeah.
I didn't know it got that cold in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd
Well,
be
yeah, but
80
I'm doing,
tomorrow, but
yeah, it'll be 80 tomorrow. But yeah, I'm doing great though. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving episode releases
hmm
on Thanksgiving, so that would be great. But I am drinking a beer, a local beer too, from the Boise area, Bert's Brewing's
Ah,
Vaquero Mexican style lager. And man, as we talked about before the show started, this is a great tasting, easy drinking beer with a lot of flavor, but not overwhelming. And it just, I mean, I opened it right before we started, and I'm pretty much going to finish this thing pretty quick, which is bad because I only brought two beers up with me because one of the beers we're going to be drinking later is a big beer, and I didn't need to be getting too wasted.
yeah.
But
Well,
I'll try to sip on it over the next few minutes and not just gulp it down. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm drinking good beer, and I'm looking forward to our discussion. So let's get this discussion started. But before we get too far into the show, we always want to let anyone new listening to Tap to Craft podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And you're listening to episode 270, recording on Monday, November 25th, 2024. And yes, we are live on Facebook. If you'd like to join us during our recording session sometime, you can do that on the Monday prior to release at 8:30 Eastern Time. And in this episode, we are going to learn about our favorite breweries, beginning with the letter U and V. Yeah, we're doing two letters
two
because,
letters.
yeah, both these letters, there's not a lot of breweries with starting with U's and V's. So we combined them. And I think our last one will be WXYZ. We'll just combine all four because I can't imagine us having
I'd
too
say we
many
could
of those
do
letters.
we could do W by
True.
itself
Yeah. By itself. Okay. We can
because
do W.
I can think of one right away here in Tampa called Woven Water.
Okay.
You get alliteration and a good brewery.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but the yeah, I think then XYZ would be a pretty solid last
Okay.
one.
Okay. Well, we'll do those last two. I don't know if we're going to finish them off this year. Maybe. What do you think? You want to try to finish them off this year and just finish our whole favorite
Is that even
beer?
possible?
I don't know. We got two more shows to
We
record.
do. So we'd have W and then XYZ. So
Yeah,
yeah, we
we
could
could
do
do it.
it.
We might finish it off in 2024. Put this topic to rest after a couple years of of trying to get through it. But it's been fun. It's been fun to learn about our favorite breweries and such. But hey, yeah, we're going to talk about no, U and V, not
U and
W,
V.
U and
Yeah.
V. And we're
Mhm.
also going to do a tasting session with the Cigar City's El Catador Club. Yes, we're going to drink together a Cigar City El Catador Club beer. It's going to be with Brooding wings, and it's a Baltic porter aged in Pinot Noir barrels and then aged in brandy barrels. So this is going to be quite a treat. A lot of flavors going on in this beer, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to trying that with my buddy Kris. Thanks to Kris, he provided these beers for us. I feel very special. I'm very thankful for Kris being so generous, as well as you can count on us having some great beer conversation. So we didn't do a mini Tin-Tacker unboxing last month because Jen was on vacation and it slipped
Good.
her mind, and it's okay. She deserves to go on vacation, have a good time, not worry about us. But she was so awesome that she sent us two. She
We
sent us
got two
October
of them.
and November's mini Tackers of the month. So we're gonna do two of them, but we're gonna do one now. That's the one with the October here, Kris. It says
She
October
wrote on
24.
it? Oh
No,
man.
she did. She's awesome. She
Okay.
she wrote on it and
Let me split this apart here.
yeah, and find the right one. But we're gonna start off with October's, find out what we missed in October, what you guys missed because you can't get this now.
I got a sticker. She just wrote on
Oh,
yours. I got this is double gift for me. I get a sticker
wow.
and a handwritten. All right.
Oh.
Probably not even Jen's handwriting. All right,
Well,
so we're
hey, it is Jim. Let's do October.
so
Yeah.
we're so we're opening up October. Okay.
Yeah,
Slide.
they must have they must have upped their tape because this stuff is not cutting. Or my knife is just getting more dull every time I open one of these boxes.
I did run my all my knives through the sharpener a couple weeks ago, so this one
Oh,
is like cutting through butter. It's nice.
should
A
I?
hot knife through butter.
Maybe I should send my knives to you.
Go right ahead.
Oh, we got a sticker. Oh, it's Flying
Thick
Dog.
freaking address label. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, haven't heard this name in a long
I know.
time.
Did you get this? I do solemnly swear.
I did.
Yeah.
I do solemn. Oh, yeah. There we
It
go.
shows right through.
I do solemnly
Yeah, that
swear.
is quite the Ralph Steadman painting there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, with a like a Picasso, but a Steadman, Ralph Steadman thing. Nice, nice. Okay, so we got stickers.
Okay.
I guess I should read what our swag
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So October 2024 swag, an extra surprise in your mailbox every month. The Truth sticker. Oh, what will you do with this fun little label? Soon enough, we'll be hearing these very words. Hopefully, be someone that is indeed telling the truth. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the
Mm.
United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that uh, I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I am about to enter. So help me God. Okay. All right. There's the truth sticker. All right. Let's get into some more truth here and open. Oh, you already got yours open. Okay. Reveal it. Let's see what you got.
Well, we just I almost said revelt it. We revealed it. It's the
Oh,
exact
it's
same.
oh, we got a sticker and a
Damn it.
tacker.
There we go. So we got the sticker and the tack. Too much green together. There we go.
Too much green. Oh, okay.
But I
So
do like that.
it's I can't even open mine. It's one and the same, huh?
Yes, sir. So we got the sticker and the tin tacker to match. All right.
Actually, I think she mentioned that she was going to be doing something with Flying Dog when we did chat with her. Yeah, that's it. Just like the sticker. I
I do solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
You are no good. Okay, let's see what it says about the tacker. Flying Dog Brewery. There is no better known artist in the beer label world than a satirical, political cartoon man, Ralph Steadman. Ralph is the 88-year-old magic wand behind all the very recognizable artwork for Flying Dog Brewery. One of his more notable labels for Flying Dog's Imperial IPA, The Truth, depicted on this Mini-tacker. For decades, Flying Dog Brewery was located in Fredericksburg, Maryland, but has recently been acquired by FX Matt Brewing and has moved production to Utica, New York. Good beer, no shit.
Dropping stuff over here.
Oh, well, there we go. There is the October. We got this a little late, but hey, we still got it. I appreciate that. So thank you,
Thanks,
Jen.
Jen.
October Mini-tacker of the month. All right. Well, Kris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Schlemmer, Amanda and Kevin Argour, Mike Blanchard, Terrell Carlson, and Jim Kutzel, and Alex Fuchs, and Eric Scotty Ward, who want to buy or who are our virtual producers, and Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chalamas, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your host or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Okay, Kris, we got some feedback and we got a voicemail. Can you believe it?
I can. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you emailed it to me and I opened it up and it said voicemail for tonight's show.
Yeah, so here's the feedback. I'm going to read the first two paragraphs. Crowley should read the last two so we can share this. It's a lengthy email. You okay with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Mr. Eric Scotty Ward sent us an email. He said, I listened to episode 137 back in October 2019. Just going back a few years. That's
5 years.
Like 5 years. Tom Byrne was the guest. It was great to hear his story and the beers he was drinking. He seems to be a dude I would love to have a brew with. Oh yeah, Tom is fantastic. I want to have more beer with him. I just need to get him to available to go have beer. So Tom, hit me up. Let's try to get a beer. I think I said that last show too. Kris mentioned on that show that he had just gotten back from camping in Noonan, Georgia. You remember that trip?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. That was 5 years ago, so that's a while ago. Well, I have a story. 2 months ago, my wife and I made the drive to stay in my older brother's house in Noonan, Georgia. Wow, his brother lives there. This was to escape the last hurricane, Milton. It was a 14-hour drive, only stopping for gas and the bathroom. Turns out that on Monday, October 7th, everyone else was leaving Florida as well. But I
Almost.
digress.
Almost.
Yeah, almost everyone.
I stayed.
Yeah. I need to change the. I need to think of a funny beginning of our thing. Instead of the dog whisperer, I need to change it to something hurricane.
Yeah. Hurricane Cowboy.
Cowboy or something unique like that. All right.
Okay.
During the 5 days in Noonan, we, of course, had to try some local beer. Abide Brewing is still there, but we did not make that stop. We made it to Lion Creek Brewing and a great pizza place called Old Chicago Pizza and Tap Room that had local taps aplenty. I had an awesome lager called Classy City Lager from Creature Comforts Brewing in Athens, Georgia. Crisp and refreshing. Loved it so much I had to buy some 6-packs to take home.
A great small town down the road is Sonoya. where this is where they filmed The Walking Dead. Anyway, we stopped at Pearl and Pine Brewery and McGuire's Irish Pub while in Sonoya.
Hmm.
On the way back to Noonan, we stopped for dinner at the Draft Room. The name says it all. Flights were ordered. Don't ask me about all the beers I drank on this trip. Fortunately, my wife is not the beer drinker I am and plays D&D on most outings. I'm
Not D&D, DD.
Dee Dee. Wow, this is one hell of a beer. You ready to get into this next one?
I can imagine. I can
Yeah, she's over
imagine
there just rolling
Eric's
dice.
rolling, rolling dice and
Knock it off, Eric. It was a critical hit. Yeah, he said I'm very lazy on Untapped. So check-ins were sparse. For a non-brewery trip, we did good. It warrants another trip back with a list of stops in hand. Overall, beer in Georgia did not disappoint, from IPAs to lagers to stouts, and a couple Belgians thrown in. I was a happy hurricane refugee. Cheers, Eric.
Wow. Well, you know what? You made lemonade out of lemons, and
Definitely.
way to take advantage of the situation and enjoy some good beer. And it sounds like I need to make a trip to Georgia because
That's a good
you know
area for beer.
yeah, you've mentioned you know good times in Georgia and good beer as well,
Well,
and I
I'll
need to.
say mostly all the stuff that I've had has either been north of Atlanta,
Okay.
but
No-
there's a place in Atlanta that I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it has something to do with work, and it's right outside of Atlanta. Mike Allen
Is
will
that
probably know what I'm talking
uh,
about.
is it something about work? But it's not that Monday night.
Yeah,
Is that in Georgia? Monday night?
I don't know. It was a cool place to check out. I really liked they had a bunch of like what looked like animal skulls on the wall, but they weren't actual skulls. They were like made out of paper and stuff.
Oh,
But it was a really cool, just many skulls on the wall made out of something. I don't know what it was.
okay.
Um, but now I'm curious. Now I'm
Yeah,
very curious.
I'm curious too. I think Monday night is out of Georgia, but I might be mistaken there too. It might be somewhere else. I don't know if they
Yeah,
have.
Monday night
Oh,
brewing. I don't know why I
was that it?
was. Yeah, I don't know why I
Wow,
was
look at
thinking
that!
it
I
was
just
work.
pulled that out of nowhere. I've never even been to breweries in Georgia, but I think we've talked about that one a few times. And I remember you talking about it, probably in this episode
Maybe.
at 137. We should.
That was that was a work trip.
Oh, was it a work trip?
We were in Douglasville, so just west of Atlanta, and that was when that was right after Mike Allen moved to the area too.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's further east. I think he's towards more like Athens.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, great beers in Georgia so far.
Well, good. Good. Well, thank you, Eric, for leaving that email. And guess what? Eric doesn't stop at emails alone. He decided to go ahead and hit us up with a voicemail. Hey, I love this guy. He loves providing feedback and man, this is the second voicemail that he's left, and it's only been a couple months. It's great.
Yeah,
All right. So you ready to roll Eric Scotty Ward's voicemail?
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hi, Denny and Kris. It's Eric from Brandon, Florida. Just wanted to say a great talk with Dan Jordan from White Dog Brewing on the last show. Had a great story. He did. Just finished listening to episode 134 with Chad Lamassa, and it was great to hear his story, but then to revisit how you and Kris met up and got together on the show and where it has turned out and become today. So again, appreciate all your hard work. I look forward to the last 2 to 3 shows of 2024. And you all have a great rest of your week. Bye now.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. I'm glad that you enjoy hearing about all of our meetups and how Kris and I got started. Was that 134 that he mentioned, or was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
134. Yeah,
I can't remember that far back. It's been a
it's
while.
been a while.
But yeah, no, Kris and I mean, it's just great. I wonder if that was, well, that wasn't when we went to Vegas.
No, that was, I want to say we were in Vegas in like 15 or
Before, yeah, I think it
16.
was before you actually became part of the host. So yeah, I don't know. I lose track, but yeah, great. Love the voicemail. Thank you, Eric, for sending both of the email and the voicemail. We really appreciate it when our listeners reach out to us and let us know what they're enjoying. And
Most
I'm
definitely.
glad you're enjoying those shows. And if you
Well,
want to be if you want to be like Eric Scotty Ward, you can leave a voicemail as well at 208-536-3359 or 208-53 oddly if you've been drinking like Kris has and can't remember numbers. That's a great easy one. 208-53 oddly. And if you want to be like Eric and leave us a email too, you can send that to taptocraft@gmail.com. We love getting feedback through our email or on Facebook at facebook.com/taptocraft. And don't forget to visit our very own website at taptocraft.com. We also have a Discord server. I have been very horrible at getting on the Discord server, but we do have a community that does like Discord at taptocraft.com/Discord. And go be part of our Tap to Craft community, interact, and share your stories. We have some upcoming guests coming on. Like I said, last episode, we were going to take a little bit of a break. This episode and the next two will just be Kris and I. Actually, next three.
next three. Yeah.
Will be just Kris and I just enjoying each other's company. Kind of making a couple short shows because we know it is a holiday season and no one wants to be listening to 2.5 hour shows. Well, maybe not. Maybe some people do, but we definitely don't want to keep you guys away from your families. But we will be back with another interview with Tractor Brewing out of Albuquerque, New Mexico on January 20th. So stay tuned for that. And Kris, we've skipped this a few episodes. It's now time to continue this conversation because it's time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped.
Well, I'd have to say, you said you have just been horrible on
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm only at a 0.01, so I'm not got my backtrack just ready to go. It says
Wow,
it is likely that you are sober or very close to it. Okay. All right. So remember, guys, if you want to chat with us on Discord, I'm even worse than horrible with it. Anywho. But if you want us to read your check-ins on Untapped, make sure you follow me at K9 Hops.
Oh, that's right.
I had to catch myself. Good thing I'm sober. I had to catch myself. Make sure you follow me at K9 Hops, the letter K, the number 9, HOPS on Untapped. And we will read your check-ins around 24 hours prior to our show's recording. So starting off with Luce in QC, that's Quebec, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Good fishing in Quebec. Lots of good fishing in Quebec. If anybody knows what I just said, I owe you a beer. He is drinking a Single Drop of Rain by Troon Brewing. And he said round 2 with this second pint of Troon, and that's a wrap. But he gave it 4 3/4 caps rating. Troon Brewing out of Hopewell, New Jersey. Leo is checking into a Torpedo Extra IPA by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. He only gave it a 3 cap rating and no notes to go along with it. But, Torpedo, always a good choice in my book. Craig Andrew, right here in the Tampa Bay area, checking into a We Are the Mirage by Pure Project Brewing. And he said mids, probably the best of the batch. Usually the doubles are. I hope that's English, Craig, because I'm not really sure what that means. But with 4.5 caps for the check-in, it looks like you enjoyed the beer too, buddy. So cheers to you, my friend. Hope it was an awesome tap room experience, because it looks like you're checking into a few beers at the Pure Project Brewing, checking into the Prismatic Charm. He said bananas, dragon fruit, and raspberries. Tasty.
Wow.
4.5 caps for that one. Mr. Bill Schlemmer drinking a Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh.
Rhinestone Cowboy,
Oh,
not
Ryan.
Rhine. By Eagle Park Brewing Company.
Oh,
He said, very tasty. The mild sweetness is balanced with moderate hop bitterness. Tangerine, orange, and grapefruit fruit flavor is delicious. 4 cap rating for that one. And here he is on his 200,000th check-in in a row. Mr. Chad Lamassa, he's drinking a Punks in the Waiting Room by Sideward Brewing Company. He said, very nice lager. The name inspired me to listen to Rancid. It's been a while. Still a great album. 4.25 caps for that check-in for Mr. Chad Lamassa. Bill Schlemmer again. Cranberry Orange Farmhouse Sour by the same folks at Eagle Park Brewing Company. He wrote very tart with prominent cranberry notes. There's a little sweetness, but not enough to offset the tartness. Would probably be better on a hot summer day. 3.25 caps for that check-in. Craig Andrew, buddy, can't use the same picture every time you check in. Still a few check-ins at Pure Project Brewing. Known Anomaly, which is a 4.5 cap rating, and Home for the Holla Haze. For those of you playing along at home, Craig is a huge hophead, but the Pure Project Brewing out in San Diego, California. So, buddy, you're on a different West Coast through these check-ins, so hope you're having fun. Chris McKenzie, he's a cool guy, checking into Vaquero by Bert's Brewing. And yeah, that's what Denny's drinking right now, too. Very easy drinker, great beer. Thanks, Denny. 4.25 cap rating for that check-in. I'm going to toast my own check-in. Let's see, scrolling on up to Craig. You've been busy, dude. Leon Nault, also right here in the Tampa Bay area, drinking Double Green Dots by Other Half Brewing Company. No notes, but a 4.5 cap check-in for him. And then Art Warcheck out in Northeast Ohio, drinking the Artificial Chaos by Fiden's Brewing Company, which Fiden's is out of Buffalo, I believe. No notes. Well, the notes he gave it was 4.35, but he gave it a 4.25 rating. I'm sorry. Fiden's is out of Albany, New York.
Oh, okay.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Next on the list, Chad Lamassa, drinking the Royal Rug by Alternate Ending Beer Company. Very nice Pilsner, he said. Let's go Caps and Ravens. And 4.25 cap rating for that one. There he is, Mr. Jeff Seiler, checking in a Juice Machine 10th anniversary by Treehouse Brewing Company. God, that's a sexy sounding beer. This beer is outstanding. Perfect blend of tropical and citrusy flavors. I've said it before. I love me some anniversary beers. They rarely miss the mark. 5 cap rating for that beer that you and I were both tagged in, Denny.
Yeah, I toasted it.
Yeah, I just did as well. Jeremy Garrison checking into a Viva La Beaver from Belching Beaver Brewery. He's checking in at the old Chicago Boise Mall, which sounds like a great place to have a good beaver. Smooth and chocolate, bit of peanut butter, like a Snickers in a glass. Old Chicago Pizza and Tap Room.
Yeah, at the mall.
At the mall.
Yeah.
4.5 cap ratings for that one. And then last but not least, I'm finishing where I started. Luce and QC drinking a double dry hop Ghost in the Machine by Paris Brewing Company.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That is a juicy, milkshakey looking good time. And he gave it a 3.75 cap rating for that beer. And I'm going to hit refresh, but that's what everybody's drinking, Denny.
Okay. All right. Well, we just saw Eric Gronley is watching on Facebook. Eric, what are you drinking? And let us know what your favorite breweries, beginning with the U and VR.
Oh, I know. You know what? I've got a few people who have provided that information.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know Jeff Seiler did earlier, but yeah, make sure you get those so we can talk about Jeff those as well. Okay. Well, now we are going to do something special. We are going to do some tasting notes with this El Catador Club beer.
So bright. There we go.
Yeah, with Brooding Wings. Comes in, it's a Baltic Porter aged in Pinot Noir barrels and then aged in brandy barrels, 11.9% ABV. And it says, here's what it says on the bottle. I wrote it down here. It says, I can't read the bottle because it's too small, but I did write it on the notes here. It says, nice. It will take a bit of effort, a bit of sweat, not sweet, a bit of sweat and perhaps a bit of blood. This double barrel aged Baltic porter with notes of blood red fruits, lavish red wine barrels and sweet brandy barrels and spicy oak is a perfect accomplishment to reading tales of vampires late at night. Wow. You think this beer is going to be red? Like the label?
No.
No? You already poured it?
No, my cap's still on.
Okay. My cap's still on too. So let's open this thing and let's see what it's about.
It's a Baltic porter, but it smells really good.
Oh, just a little bit of pop there.
It didn't really or anything.
No, mine just had a little pop, just a very light pop.
And I've smelled it. Okay, I've smelled it 3 times now.
Oaky, yeah.
Yeah, it smells really oaky and a little spicy.
Big oak on this nose in the bottle.
And the first time I smelled it, it smelled just like a barrel-aged imperial stout, and I was like, oh, okay. The second time I smelled it, I got that big oak and spicy flavor or notes that you were talking about. Oh, wow. They actually put the bottle number on here. It's bottle 514. And this is bottle 513.
Wow, we got back-to-back bottles.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet the other one that you have is probably 515, and the other one I have is probably 11.
So you're right. It's not red. It's murky, dark brown. I got mine in my Russian River fluted tulip glass.
Was yours, how long has yours been out of the cooler?
I took it out when you started the Untapped to Craft segment.
Okay.
So it's still chilled, but not like ice. But
so mine, I pulled mine out about 45 minutes ago.
Oh, so yours is warm.
I mean, it's still cold in the bottle, but like it's well opened. Like, and I'm just enjoying smelling this thing.
Yeah. So I will say you get a big oak character, and then I'm getting some of that.
You can you get the oak too, but you definitely get the tannins either from the wine barrels from the grapes and the oak.
Yeah, it's definitely got some tannin aroma. I'm sure it's going to come out in the flavor as well. And
it smells a little hot, like alcohol hot.
It does smell like it's going to be a bit strong. So we'll be sipping on this the rest of the night. That's why I only brought 2 beers up.
Same. All right.
But yeah, you're right. Oak and tannin
but also too, remember, it was after it was aged in the Pinot barrels, it was aged in brandy barrels. Yeah. So that hot alcohol.
Yeah, I think some of that brandy comes off on this aroma as well. It reminds me a little bit of that, some of that sweet brandy.
Was it brandy or bourbon? Was it brandy? Yeah.
No. But yeah, it smells woody, oaky, tanniny, a little sweet, brandy-ish. And yeah, wood, just a lot of woody character here.
All right, well, I'm excited to try it.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a sip. Oh, wow. Wow, this is
It's changing.
Is deep. This is so deep and layered. The flavors are coming out, crazy flavors all through this whole thing. Wow. Kris, this is a great beer.
Yeah, I love that we've had one sip of it and we're just in love with it already.
I have one sip and there is so much going on. Raisin, big raisin character.
Yeah,
But
dried fruits, but I also got some chocolate notes in there too, like
yeah, some
some.
chocolate for sure. It's like chocolate and yeah, dried fruits like raisins. I mean, I just get big raisin flavor
Yeah,
out of this
most
thing.
definitely.
Um,
Oh,
it's got a richness to it. It's thick, so it's not watered down at all. It's got.
mm-mm.
I mean, you can probably see it's not like
It's
leaving
not
any legs
motor
on here.
oil. Yeah, it's not
No, it's not
motor
motor oil,
oil thick, but like,
but it just feels like you take a sip of this thing and you're drinking a beer that's been aged and matured to just the right level. And wow, I and you know what? It's not hot.
no, it's not.
It's not. You don't taste the alcohol in here. It's
No,
so
but
smooth.
now that I've had a couple of sips and it's like my palate's kind of resetting, like I'm
Hmm.
almost getting some dark cherry along with that chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see some cherry. I can see some molasses. The molasses comes out like up front, and then it kind of, as it lingers in your mouth and the flavors go through, it turns more into like a raisiny. I like raisins. I'm a big,
Mm,
huge fan of raisins. So
same.
for me, saying raisiny is not a bad thing. It's a good thing
Nope.
because I like that. But wow, Kris, I don't know what to say. This beer is fantastic. I mean, I I don't right now. I can't see any reason for me to have to give this beer a 5 cap rating
Nope.
because they nailed this thing. I was worried when I saw two different barrels. I'm thinking Baltic Porter already comes across a little bit sweeter, right? Because it's a
Yeah.
lagered, it's a lager, basically a lagered ale, and it sometimes it can come across a little sweet. So I was really concerned that by putting it in the Pinot Noir, which is also not a super dry wine, uh, and then the brandy on top of that, I was afraid it was going to bring out the sweetness and the alcohol. But I'll tell you what, I cannot tell that this beer is 12% at
No.
all.
And it's
And
and what I really like about it too is this is one of those beers where I think, with the right people getting a hold of it, I think the rating for this beer should be higher, but
oh,
it's
is it not very high?
4.1. 4.1.
4.1.
But
What?
there's only been 131 unique check-ins. So you
Mm,
got to remember I think they only made 1,000 bottles
okay.
of each one of these beers, and you and I have four of them.
Oh, you have two more?
No, no. So didn't. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. I take that back. I got. So you and I have two of them. Between you
two
and
of them.
I, we
Okay.
have two
Yeah.
of them. So there's
Okay.
500 people out there ish that has this beer.
Yeah.
And rated 4.1. Most people are just, rating it, you know, here and there. Oh, I'm just checking it in to check it in. 4 caps here. But there was one guy who actually wrote some notes.
Okay.
This is like a Bill Schlemmer description too. So this is nice. Um, he said gorgeous mix of malty fig and
Yeah.
raisiny
Fig.
raisiny
Yeah.
port. Right, so you got your
Oh
raisins in
yeah.
there.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Warming smooth with dark fruits like prune and plum, along with dark chocolate, rum,
Mm,
and almond vanilla sweetness. Decent barrel, great stuff. And that was a 4 3/4 cap rating. So, um,
mm.
but nobody else has been putting notes on it other than like, hey, drinking it with buddies and whatever. um,
It's a bottle share. This is a bottle share beer, and no one's checking in because they're just checking it in to say I had it, but not putting any description because it's a bottle share, right?
well, another guy said wine and port barrels are typically undervalued by the unappreciative masses. I like this person. This Baltic porter drinks close to a stout, but not too thick. I will give it that. It's definitely not too thick, but I initially when I smelled it when I opened it, and then when I smelled it one of the first times, it had that barrel aged stout just kind of smell to it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, hmm. While sweet, the Pinot brings enough balance and a touch of
yeah.
sourness to keep it real. Great flavor. This person gave 4 1/4 caps. for that check-in. But like I said, for the
Yeah.
most part, people are rating it, but not getting. Um,
Wow.
and they're all,
I
but the people who do have enough, I guess, willingness to make notes about it, it's kind of all going around the same way. This one said the aroma is red grape with mild brandy. The red grape is here with the brandy showing throughout the sip. Pinot Noir is almost jammy. Good
it is,
way to look at
I
it.
will say jammy because
Yep.
I'm that's what I was thinking just now. Before you even said that, I was thinking I'm getting kind of a jammy,
Mm-hmm.
a jam like character in my in the left over in my mouth. Right, I stopped drinking it, and now I just feel like I've got that jam, that raspberry jam or
Yeah.
some kind of jam
And
sweetness in it. In my
and I
mouth.
love the way he noted the body. He said the body is medium plus. I
It's
was like, that's pretty
I,
good.
it is medium plus, almost heavy. I mean, the body is still thick, right? But it's not as thick as a Russian Imperial Stout or something that's like just all sugar. So it's because, and you can tell that in here because there's no legs, right? Nothing's
Right.
sticking here, but it still has a really, you know, I'll say medium plus is probably good. Medium plus to heavy, to heavy, but not too heavy. It's like maybe a light heavy, but
Yeah,
it's
that's what
the body is
medium
just right
plus.
for it, I think.
I think it's terrific. And it's like I said, it's either 4 plus, or other people are just like this one guy wrote like a quarter cap and said no.
What?
And
My
I
gosh.
looked, and this guy has like 6,700 unique check-ins on Untapped, and I'm like,
A quarter?
I don't
This
know,
guy's
man.
crazy. Oh my gosh. This beer is not this beer
I'm sorry, he
I
gave it 3/4 of a cap and said no.
three quarters. Oh. I still cannot I mean I drank half the glass and it's still a 5 in my book. This beer is I can't find anything negative to say about it. Can you think of anything negative? I mean, if I could think of anything negative is it doesn't have legs and there was no head. But it's not supposed to have head. It's a
It's not,
barrel-aged
no,
beer. And it doesn't
no.
need to have legs because it's not a stout with that, with that stuff. The beer is fantastic. So wow, I want to start with this one because I love Baltic porters. The style does not get enough play. And
Yeah.
so when I saw that this was a Baltic porter with these, and I was concerned with the barrels, but I
Hmm.
said, you know what? Let's try it. Let's start our first one off with this Baltic porter, and let's see what this El Catador Club can do. And I'll tell you what, wow, this is my first El Catador Club beer, and I'm pretty impressed.
Well, and this is the very last one, Denny. And this is the one
Yeah.
where it was like, I mean, if this is any indicator of what the rest of them are going to be like, I might cry.
That they
Um,
stopped doing it.
yeah, but like I said, the brewery that I talked about reaching out to earlier before you and I went
Hmm.
live, that's who made this.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I mean,
yeah,
at
let's
least
talk to him.
he had a
Yeah.
hand in it.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know where his time stopped and somebody else picked it up, or
Hmm.
I don't know. But I would like to see if we could get him and talk about his new place in
Okay.
Asheville.
Yeah, let's do it. I do get more of that cherry character as it warms up.
Yeah, yeah,
You get some of that in the back of your throat as you drink it and it settles in. You get a little cherry. I mean, there is so complex, layered. Those are two words that this beer is, right? It's got a lot going on, and every time you take a sip, you taste something new, and it's great. I mean, this is I don't know. I can't say anything more. 5 cap rating that I'll have to check into when I if I remember
hmm
to check into it after the show. But great
mm.
beer. Thank you, Kris,
Yeah. You're very welcome.
for sharing this with me and our listeners who are probably jealous that we're talking about it right now because they didn't get a chance to try it. But
Well, and I really do enjoy just kind of how this opportunity works out with you and I, because
Mhm.
so for example, I know I have like, I think there's another bottle of Hunapu something in my beer fridge that it's a 25-ounce bottle. I'm not going to drink that whole thing myself. More than likely what I'll do with it, just like the last few, is I'll take it
Mhm.
down to Gasparilla Pizza
Oh,
and
and share them.
Growlers, and I'll just have them crack it open and like pass it around the restaurant. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have a 5, 8 ounce pour of it, and then just, hey, let
Let
other
everyone
people
try it.
try it.
No, that's very that. I mean, I think that's awesome. That you know that you don't have it in you to enjoy 25 ounces of it. And I know Tina's not a big fan of big, giant barrel
Yeah.
aged stouts either. And so you can go and enjoy it and share it with the other people there, and that's a treat for them as
Yeah.
well. So I think that's great.
But it's nice because I know that so many people have done that for us too. You know, we're just sitting there having a beer and some pizza or something, and somebody goes, "Hey, you want a little taster of this?" And we're like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
But on the flip side of it, it's really nice because with the, you know, these are 500 milliliter bottles, so what, 16.9
Point
ounces
nine.
or so.
Yeah.
Um, which this, I love that they moved into a smaller bottle,
Yeah.
but 25 ounces of like a 12, 13% beer, not only do you get palate fatigue, but then you
Yeah.
get that just heavy in your gut, just you don't want to
Yeah.
drink anything else. And you're right. Tina is not a huge fan of like, oh, let's go big barrel age. But you know what?
Hmm.
We went over to Gasparilla um, a week or so ago, and she was like, "Oh, they've got Christmas Bomb on tap," and
Oh, nice.
I was like, "All
Me
right."
too.
So James, or as we know him as the beer czar, was pouring beer there that night, and I said, "Hey, can we get a 5 ounce pour of that?" And we ordered it right after our food showed up. So by the time our food was gone and we were all cleaned up,
Nice
it had
dessert beer.
just, yeah, and it was so nice, a little spicy and chocolatey, and it was nice to let it sit and warm up and just kind of sip it and share it back
Hmm.
and forth.
Yeah. Okay. One last word on this, and we'll stop because I've been, um, talking too much about it. But the reviewer, again, as this beer warms up, as my palate, gets used to it, I'm able to pull out so much more. We had a couple different untapped reviewers that had some nice detailed notes. The one that said you get a little bit of that sourness in it, that's what I'm getting now. I
Hmm.
get a little bit of that sour, and it does do a really good job of balancing out the beer and giving you something a little extra to enjoy. And it's not a negative sour, right? It's
Mm-mm.
it's like it's like the tannins are coming out, and it gives you that
Yep.
tangy sourness, right? And it just again, I think my initial rating of 5 may have been premature, but every sip I take and as I go through this bottle, I just keep saying 5, 5, 5. I cannot find anything bad about this beer, and this beer is great. So that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I hope this is an indicator of things to come, because if
Yeah.
it is, it's yeah, we're in for a treat then. But I
Looking
know, I
forward to it.
know, I know there's at least one beer in these, what, 7 or 8 that I brought. That is, it's going to be a little sweeter for you, but I know it
Hmm.
was a good beer because it
Okay.
was I think it's called Return of the Snack, and it's
Oh.
like and I had the snack a couple of sessions ago, and it was a really good beer, but again, a little
Mm.
more on the sweeter side.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, hey, that's our tasting notes of the El Catador Club with brooding wings, Baltic Porter, aged in Pinot Noir barrels, and then aged in brandy barrels. So that was our tasting notes segment. Now, let's get into our brew buzz. And the brew buzz is devoted to discussing various beer-related topics. This week, we're going to learn about our favorite breweries, beginning with the letter U and V. Now, Kris, I chose one of each and you chose one of each, and that works out perfect. So we have two breweries we're going to talk about, and I've already kind of talked about. I'll start off with my U brewery,
Yeah.
and then I'll let you talk about your U brewery, and I'll talk about my V, and you talk about your V. We'll just go back and forth. So I've already mentioned this year. I've never had this brewery until this year, but I fell in love with the beer that they produced, thanks to our good buddy Eric Gronley, who provided me with a 12-pack of their beer, and I just loved every single bottle or can of that beer. From Now I don't know if I'm saying this right. Utepils is how I'm saying it. Brewing out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And again, Eric Gronley, very kindly provided a 12-pack of their beer, and I enjoyed every one of the variety that I had in that 12-pack. Utepils has 150 beers on Untapped. Their Untapped rating is 3.69 with over 65,000 ratings. So not bad. Not over 4, but still close to 4. That's good. I've had 4 beers, and my average rating for the 4 beers was 4.19. So I am over that 4-point rating.
I don't know where you found that, by the way. Your personal average rating for those beers?
Yeah. So I took my average and I just did the math myself.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm literally Googling it. Where do I find my individual? Where the hell did Denny find this?
I had to do some work. I had to actually go in there and count like each beer. Like I did. I'm a statistician. I do a lot of work with stats. I do metrology. I do a lot of stats. I do a lot of stuff. So I know about stats. So I just go ahead and do my own stat work when we do these. So I don't expect you to go above and beyond.
But I was thinking about you doing that. I'm going, okay, well, he's had 4 beers. It wouldn't be really hard to figure out the average. Like, no big deal. But like, we've read one of your favorite, letter breweries, and you're like, I've had 116 beers. And I'm going, no way he figured out the average of that.
I added every one of those into my iPhone thing. And then
you need a hobby, Denny.
Yeah.
Get him a hobby.
I got a problem. So Utepils Brewing is out of Minneapolis. It's a craft brewery there, steeped in traditions of the European brewmasters. And this is what they said on their website: our sophisticated yet timeless brews pair well with friends and a sunny outlook on life. Our beers are inspired from around the world, but brewed locally for you. Utepils is Norwegian for enjoying the first beer in the sunshine after a long, cold, dark winter. And I'll tell you what, I could definitely, enjoy these after a long, cold, dark winter. And again, I've had 4 beers. I'll just talk about the 3 that got the highest ratings of the 4. Ewald, the Golden Witbier, Hefeweizen.
Wow.
A wheat beer.
Really?
Yeah, a wheat beer. Yeah.
A hef.
A hef even.
All right.
5.2% ABV, 14 IBUs. I wrote this 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember. I have 2 my rating was 4.5 caps out of 5. The overall rating on Untapped for this beer was 3.73. That's what I have here. In 2019, it was Best of Show of the Minnesota Craft Brewers Guild Brewers Cup Awards, a heavenly Hefeweizen created by our head brewer with a hazy golden hue and aromas of banana and clove. This Bavarian style pairs pale wheat with malted barley and finishes with a bubbly foam halo. Yeah, this beer is really good as a German Hefeweizen with that just like I said, the bananas and the bubblegummy character. Really, really good. Me almost drank all of these without checking in. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was a 12-pack, and I had 3 of each beer, and I almost drank the last one, and I hadn't checked it in yet, because one of the beers I drank was on the show by accident. I thought it was the pale, and remember I'm drinking this beer. I'm like, wow, this is not a pale. This is a wheat beer. I grabbed the wrong beer. And it was really good. So that was one of them I drank, and then I drank the other 2. I drank the other one, and then I drank the last one, and I realized, I hadn't checked it in. So a very well done German hef, big coriander flavor with a clean finish, but a great representation of the German style hef. Thanks, Eric. I have really enjoyed these Utepils beers. So that was the Ewald, the Golden Wheat Beer. The next one was a Helles Lager, 5.1% ABV, 21 ABUs or IBUs. I gave this a 4.5% or 4.5 cap rating. Overall, this is a 3.8 on Untapped. 2023 World Cup silver medal winner.
Nice.
The World Cup silver medal winner. I mean, come on. That's got to say it's a good beer, right? Helles, the bright golden beer style made Bavarians beer gardens world renowned for hundreds of years. Our Helles is brewed with Minnesota artesian spring waters and authentic Bavarian malt and hops for a year-round crisp, clean taste. That's what they had to say about the beer. I said, so it's a World Cup silver medal winner? I can see why. This is a great Helles with layered malt flavors and nice hop flavors to balance it all out. This beer is great for those hot summer nights. Thanks, Eric. Again, if it wins a World Cup silver medal, the beer is freaking good, right? I mean, come on.
You'd hope.
Yeah, you'd hope. Yeah. And then the last beer that I'll talk about is their Skolch. Kolsch.
I like that name.
Beer. Yeah, Skolch. 4.9% ABV. Again, all these beers are lower ABV, which is nice because you can drink a few of them without getting blitzed, right? 25 IBUs. I gave this a 4 out of 5 cap rating, and overall it's 3.7. This was a 2019 Minnesota Craft Brewers Guild winner Brewers Cup. It says, fly to new flavor heights with a sip of this subtle hop and malt blend. This straw-colored brew gets its brilliant hues from barley grown near the city of Cologne, Germany. Okay, so I used German malts. That's nice. What I had to say is, so I love me a good Kolsch style ale. This is an easy drinking, full flavored malty Kolsch. Finishes fairly dry and super easy drinking. Utepils knows how to make some tasty, lighter ales and lagers. So yeah, that is my U. There was other U breweries that I've had, and maybe more beers from them, but this one stood out for me as one that I just needed to, again, reiterate. I already reiterated earlier in this year in the summertime how much I enjoyed them, but now when it comes to my favorite U breweries, this is definitely my favorite U brewery.
Yeah.
All right, Kris.
I was gonna say that's kind of how I feel about my V brewery.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a ton of beers from those guys, but really excited about them.
Okay.
So before I jump into my U brewery, we did have some listeners, and I posted the question on our Facebook page and then tossed it in a few beer groups. So if any of the breweries that I'm going to read come up, I'm just going to skip them. Meaning, like, I don't want to give away my answers just yet, right?
Okay.
So Jeff Seiler, I wrote, what are your favorite breweries that start with the letter U or V? Jeff Seiler said Unibrew, Uinta, Urban South, which I have their 10-tacker right there. Urban South out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Vitamin C. And then I had a few other folks mention a couple that I didn't even think about this one. Vail Brewing.
Oh, well, I haven't had any Vail, so I can't.
You haven't?
Say Vail.
John, no. You didn't send any to Denny?
No, John. No, because John only gets it from his uncle, and he drinks them all.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, you can't be the third hand on him.
I can't. Okay. Yeah,
never mind. I take it back. Share. I love you, John. So Verboten, Venture, Vail Brewing. We already mentioned that one. Unbranded, and the person said, "Oh, that was the beer czar." He said, "Unbranded, rest in peace."
It went out of business.
Yeah, I must be. Vivant, Upper Hand, Union, Variant Brewing Company, Vail again, Unbarred Brewing, and then Upslope Brewing Company. I didn't think about those guys. But yeah, all a handful of them I've heard of, and some of them I haven't. So, so let's see. On my U brewery is Urban Artifact. They're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The brewery dedicated to producing world-class fruit tarts
Mhm.
with a singular focus to reward the curious. And I copied that right off of their Untapped page. I didn't
Yeah.
even realize that they were just like fruit tart, kind of sour beers. But I was like, yeah, everything they make is fruity,
I've
tart,
had two of
sour.
their beers, and yeah, one was a pickle beer I had, I
I'm
think.
glad you brought up the pickle beer,
Oh,
Denny.
oh, okay.
I too have had the pickle beer. If I remember correctly, Joel sent us that pickle beer.
Oh, maybe he did send the pickle beer. Actually, I think you're right. I think we did have that with Joel.
Yeah, I checked into it today. You know why?
No, I don't
Because
know why.
it wasn't on my Untapped list. So I
Ah,
checked it in again today, saying, "Hey, this was definitely deleted by Untapped. I know I've checked into this one. WTF?" Um, so yeah, but Urban Artifact, they have on Untapped at least, they have 193 beers showing up on Untapped.
wow.
Their Untapped rating is 3.86 with
Nice. Wow.
452,000 ratings. So about a
Holy
half a
smokes.
million ratings. And I've
Wow.
had 10 of their beers.
Hey, 10's good out of
Well,
193.
when I wrote this, it was only 9, and then I checked into the pickle beer, fuckers. Um, I had so I had 9 of them, but the last one, that pickle beer, and I remember seeing the can because it was white, it was Christmassy, and I thought, wow, it was a really cool can art. Um, but the one beer that stood out, and I think I still have one more in my refrigerator. I almost drank it today on the show, but it's a 7.1%
Mm,
beer.
yeah.
And yeah, I didn't really want to get too crazy. But it's the Nitro Peaches and Cream. Now, anybody who's listened to the show for any amount of
Mhm.
time, peach is my favorite flavor in a fruit beer. And there's the rest of that bottle. Um, 7.1% ABV. The average rating for that beer is 3.6. I gave it a 4.25.
Okay.
And here's what I said because I made notes on it. I liked it so much. It was a nitro fruit tart ale brewed with fruit and spice. I said, tastes like dessert, not too sweet and slightly tart. And I'm kind of a nerd for nitro beers because you can take them and you just
Hmm.
pour them
Yeah.
hard,
Just, yeah.
and that's so cool. For some reason I get the biggest kick out of that. Um, but it's not one of those beers where you're concerned about the nitro muting the flavors or anything
Hmm.
like that. But I swear if I was to kind of take a quick average, it was at least 3.75 out of all the beers that I've had from them. And they just make some good solid stuff. Some of them,
Yeah.
if you're not into the sour beers or the tart beers, it
Hmm.
might be a little off-putting. But man, they make some good beers for out on the beach or sitting by the pool or just good summer stuff. Good
Yeah.
summer stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
so that is going to be my U brewery.
Yeah.
My
That's a
favorites.
good U brewery. I only had two beers from them, so I couldn't, but they were good. I
Well,
did
I
enjoy the
mean,
beers.
my V brewery, I only had one more than that.
Well, it's okay. I only had four of my favorite U
All right.
brewery. It's
So see,
okay.
it's
It's
the
okay.
number doesn't
And
count.
and I've only had four of my favorite V brewery as well. So let's go
Oh,
into my V.
well, let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
let's talk about your V, Denny.
my
Just put 4 in your V. Let's hear about it.
Varietal Beer Company.
Yeah.
Uh, they have 430 beers on Untapped.
Jeez.
430. And don't think anyone's heard of Varietal but me and maybe a few others. Untapped rating of 3.99 with over
Ooh,
45,000 ratings. So almost a 4. That's really good on
that's
Untapped.
nice.
I've had four beers. My average rating is 4.25 of those four beers. So obviously you can tell I really like Varietal beers. They make some great beers. Two beers I'll talk about. Sup Cuz.
What's up, cuz?
Cuz. IPA. IPA. I put IPA. IPA. I must be I must have been double IPA there. Is that a double IPA or just a regular IPA? It's a
Listen, you're the one that wrote it, so
It's a New England hazy coming in at 6.7% ABV. I gave it a 4.5%, or I keep saying percent, 4.5 cap rating out of 5. And overall, it's got a 3.97, so it's about a 4 cap rating. This is a collaboration with Loza Farms. It's a hazy IPA brewed with Amarillo, Comet, and Citra hops. I said, so glad Varietal is in Boise now. The beers I've had have been fantastic, and this one is no different. The hop selection is perfect with a dose of sweet citrus zest and a subtle dank notes and juicy too. Really well done IPA. So that's up, cuz. The next one is Trail of Stars IPA. It's American style IPA, 7% ABV. I gave this 4.5 caps out of 5. Overall, 3.9. It's a hazy Pacific Northwest style IPA brewed for Hopsteiner in Yakima, featuring Comet, Sultana, and Lotus hop varieties. This beer has a stone fruit and citrus vibe. Merry Christmas. Okay. Wow, this IPA has some great hop flavors with a grapefruit hop bitterness that all worked well together. I think this is my first varietal beer, and I picked a great one thanks to Mara from Bottles in Spokane. So yeah, I first got varietal when I went to buy my truck during COVID. We flew over, we bought the truck, we stopped at the bottle shop, we bought a lot of beer, and we hit the road and came back to Boise.
Was that the bottle shop where you guys stopped, where the lady opened like 15 minutes or like an hour early for
an hour early? She let us in an hour before they opened so I could buy beer. Mara was awesome at Bottles in Spokane. So if you're in Spokane, go to Bottles. Mara is wonderful.
Cheers, Mara.
She gave me some great insight on some beers, and Varietal was one of the beers that she said, yeah, they make some great stuff. Also, Imagination was another one that I got from them, and they also I don't know if they're still distributing to Boise. I don't know if Varietal's still distributing to Boise either. I think it might have been a short-term thing, and now they've kind of pulled back after, all the post-COVID stuff. People are, pulling back a little bit with their distribution, but still great beers. I really love the beers out of Varietal. So yeah, that's my V brew. So Kris, what about your V brewery? What 3 beers did you have that were fantastic?
Well, I had beers from the folks over at Von Trapp Brewing.
Okay.
And yes, those Von Trapps. That's what it says on their website, at least.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's the Von Trapp family.
And where are they located?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Denny, because I think you saw my notes.
I did.
They're located off of Luce, Luce, Luce Hill Road in Stowe, Vermont. So I put that in there just for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they've been open since 2010, and don't quote me on this because I looked up their history on their website and stuff earlier. Their brewery's been around since 2010, and I believe they've also got like this giant compound where there's like a lodge and cross-country skiing trails and just a great facility. But then in 2010 they decided to put a brewery in there too, and then upgraded the brewery in either 2013 or 2015. But they've recently started distributing here in Florida, and I've only had 3 of their beers, but I want to try everything they make. It's just phenomenal beers. I got to try a couple more at Badass Beer Fest a couple weeks ago, and the beers that they make, they're just those clean, crisp, just easy drinking. I'm trying to look up the beers that I had, but they're there we go. Von Trapp.
You may have had more because you're not very good at checking in beers.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually really good at checking in beers.
Oh, are you?
Yes. It's just when they get deleted.
Oh,
Untapped.
you're okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were talking about deleted.
Hmm,
So I went and you know, we've done Celebration on the show.
yeah.
I've drank Celebration Ale every year. I go and I look and say, well, let me see if my Celebration is deleted. I look on there and Celebration was deleted.
Um,
I had to re-enter my Celebration Ale because they deleted my damn check-in.
I think with beers like Celebration too, uh, apparently I've had just Celebration 3 times. But I've also had they also because it comes out every year, people make a variant of it. So I think if you can check into it multiple times, it makes it a little easier for it to stick around. But it is kind of ridiculous that your check-ins get deleted.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, what are we talking about? Oh, Von Trapp Brewing. Um, yeah, so the three
Squirrel.
beers, yeah. Huh? So the three beers that I've had from them is their Dunkel Lager, their
Oh.
Helles, and their Bohemian style Pilsner. The only one I rated was their Bohemian style Pilsner because that was the one that I've had at where do you think I had it? Gasparilla Vita.
Gasparillo, yeah.
And I gave it a 4 cap rating. Just everything is just so clean and crisp and just that all these European style beers and they're
Mm.
just doing such a damn good job with them. And I wrote in my notes too, simply put, they're making some fantastic beers, and I'm looking forward to trying more of them. But they have 43 beers.
Mm.
Their untapped rating is 3.64. So it's like
Solid.
just a smidge above average. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. It is solid.
Yeah,
The
no.
average is 2.5. Um, out of a 5 cap system, 2.5 is average. But they've got 195,000 ratings.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
I've I've only been responsible for 3 of those ratings.
Yeah.
I do my part, you know what I mean?
You did your part.
I did my
Yeah.
part. But I'm also trying to get them on the show too because they're
Okay, let's do
yeah.
some Yeah, get Von Trapp. Let's do it. All right. How about your honorable mentions?
Mm,
I deliberately left off one of these because I thought you would be using it, but you didn't. So
I
let's talk
didn't.
about.
Okay, well then tell me the one that you didn't use.
So Victory Brewing
Okay.
was one I thought, I don't want to take an easy one for Kris. I thought I didn't realize you were gonna have Von Trapp. That you surprised me.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
so I left Victory for you, so I wouldn't take one that you had. But Victory makes some great beers as well. That
They
now
do.
they don't distribute to Boise anymore, but when they did, I really enjoyed the beers that they put out.
Well, what's funny is they have all their monkey series.
Mm-hmm.
So Victory,
Mm-hmm.
they're out of I don't know, Pennsylvania, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Golden Monkey, which is to
A
me
Belgian
is
triple.
yeah, and it's to me I look at it as like a sleeper beer, meaning
Mm-hmm.
like it's one of
It'll
those
put you to
beers,
sleep.
well, it will at about 9%. But it's one of those beers that we buy here at the grocery store, and like
Mm.
our local grocery store, Publix, they put it on buy one get one free
Oh,
sales, and
that's a
like,
deal there.
oh,
That's a
it's so
deal.
good, yeah. Um, and it's one of those sleeper beers where I don't I hardly ever go into a grocery store and go, ooh, there's the next craft beer that I'm gonna get. But man,
Mm.
when you can buy a $12 6 pack, buy one, get one free of a
Mm-hmm.
9% solid Belgian beer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. Yeah,
No,
I'm in.
that's a deal. That's a steal.
Yeah, yeah. So what, $1 a beer? Sweet.
Mm.
But then they keep adding to it. So they've got Golden Monkey, which most people in the beer world would be familiar with. They've got Sour Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say there was a Berry Monkey, uh, and they've been putting out a couple of different ones. I'm really excited about the fact that they actually follow us on TikTok.
Oh,
We're
wow.
we're kind of a big deal. Um, but it was really cool
Awesome.
because it's like, Victory over the past, I don't know, decade or so has become quite a large organization. And um, it's kind of cool to see. It's not Victory Brewing Company that follow us. It's Victory Monkeys because they've got
Oh,
like a secondary page, and it's one of those pages that has the little check mark and it's verified and all that good stuff. Um, but it's really cool just to see that they've made an entire identity off of
yeah,
monkeys.
yeah, yeah.
Monkeys and beers that go along with them. So, but yeah, definitely Victory Brewing. And then the other one that I had as an honorable mention was Untitled Art.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I don't know if things have changed, but Untitled Art is one of those like gypsy brewers where they don't just have a brewery that they work out
Mhm.
of. They kind of bounce around. And I know they do a lot of collaborations and Untitled Art from the what I looked at my check-ins is a lot of it is a lot of my stouts and stuff from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they always make some really good stuff. So
Yeah. Those are good. Those are good. Those are good. All right. Well, I think we've done that brew buzz.
actually, I have a question for you though,
Yeah.
Denny. Well, not
Yeah.
just for you, not for you, because I know you're probably well, I don't know, you might. Are you gonna go out on Black Friday
So
for Goose Island?
no, 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 no. I've never gone out to get the Goose Island. What's the beer they do?
Bourbon County.
Yeah, Bourbon County. No, I've picked up Bourbon County stouts like after the fact, but I've never gone out and tried to pick them up the day of Black Friday. Now,
Yeah.
I used to go do the Black Friday beer festival
Out
at
at
Payette,
Payette. Yeah.
and I stopped that during COVID, and I haven't gone back because honestly, even before COVID had hit, I was kind of became a little bit unenamored with what they were doing when they first started doing that beer festival, and they were bringing in beers that we couldn't get like normally in the area. I was all about it because I was able to try beers that I would never be able to try if they didn't go out and seek those beers and bring them into the festival. But then there was like a few years where they just, the beers, there was nothing unique that was there, and it just
Mm.
really kind of made me like, why am I paying a premium price for these samples of beers that I could either get, locally or that I just don't care about? So I stopped going. And they're having the beer festival again. I mean, I went to the first one they had, and I went to like the first five they had, and I loved, well, maybe probably more than five, but I went to quite a few, and it was my Black Friday thing. I went every Black
I
Friday, but
remember.
yeah, but now I'm not. I'm not, and it's okay. I if they change things up and I hear that wow they brought in some unique beers, then maybe I'll try going back again. But now they moved all their brewing to Colorado to
Oh,
Upslope,
okay.
and now they're just brewing, ready to drink seltzers and stuff
Hey,
at the
listen,
brewery.
they got to do the thing that makes them their money.
I
And
guess, but
what was their stout that they always made? The double barrel or it had something to do with a
20
shotgun,
gauge,
20 gauge.
yeah,
So I
or
remember
12 gauge,
12 gauge.
yeah, 12. I had 20, 12 gauge, the 12 gauge
I just
stuff.
got
And
one of those actually.
oh,
Um,
did you?
yeah, uh, I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, okay.
Um, but but I swear if I remember correctly, you told me that one of the last times you went, they were just a bunch of different versions of that stout.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty much half the beers they had were their own,
Mm,
aged, verticals of different things, which honestly, their 12 gauge stout does not hold up very well. Now, maybe in a keg it holds up better than the bottles, but if you age a 12 gauge, one of their 12 gauge stouts, it'll last 1 year and then fall out like right away
wow.
and start to oxidize and stuff. I had some bad experiences trying to age them even 1 year. So I'm not a big fan of looking at you know, their later older stuff, and it kind of all tastes the same. I mean, it may smooth out a little bit over time, but it's not like it's a special beer. But yeah, yeah. So 12, yeah, 12 gauge. But I don't know. I might go out. My buddy Corey, cousin Corey, he wants to go out and do something because he used to go with me to Black Friday, and
Yeah.
so he may hit me up and say, "Hey, meet me at the brewery," because the brewery has a tap room here uh, in the Boise area now, and I haven't been there yet. So maybe they'll have something going on Black Friday, and I'll go there with my buddy Corey. Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe give it another shot. I don't know. I mean, just plus also it's amazing the dumb stuff I remember because I figure if I remember correctly, it used to be you paid the fee and then it was like you could do unlimited tastings.
No, 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 no. It
And
was never
then
unlimited.
never unlimited, but it was like
No.
tokens or something like that.
Yeah, you bought. The problem I had is that you got these little 4 ounce little globe tasters,
Hmm.
and it started to become like you were paying $5 per
Oof.
sample, and I'm like paying $5 per 4 ounce sample of a beer that I can just go at the local grocery store and pick up. It's not worth it, right?
It's not as special anymore.
Yeah, it's not special.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I kind of gave up on that. It's like I'm spending, I'm going in there and I'm spending $60 and I'm drinking beers that are stuff I can just get anytime. It's not special anymore.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we were gonna have a short show, but now we're
Listen, it's not 10 o'clock yet here on my side of the country.
so let's continue on and do our second unboxing. This is in November.
November.
Tintackers.com. November Mini-tacker of the month unboxing.
I'll admit, until I read the notes on our sheet here on my screen, I kind of forgot that we had another one to open.
It's okay. That's why I'm here. Man, they use some serious tape. Oh.
Cajun's my DD over here. I just posted this on our Facebook page yesterday.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, let me read the swag. November 2024 swag. An extra surprise in your mailbox every month.
This is so cool.
It says Crew Cab Car Freshener. Not only does it keep your car smelling fresher than a hop field at dawn, but it also makes every drive feel like a brewery road trip. Imagine cruising down the street with this little beauty swinging in the breeze, reminding you that good times and great beer are just around the corner. So buckle up and let this Crew Cab Freshener steer you towards fun, one whiff at a time. So yeah, we've got an air freshener.
Okay, so
it's a Crew Cab.
It's an air freshener.
Air freshener. This is unique. Maybe I'll hang it from my Christmas tree right here.
That, you know what? I think that for you specifically, that would count as an ornament.
It would count as an ornament.
Because I mean, think about it. How many breweries are really going to be making, Christmas ornaments and things like that?
Yeah, I'm still hoping we'll get one from Tintackers, right? They gave us that last one.
I know, but we're kind of past the end of our sponsorship.
I know, but Jen just loves us so much,
and she keeps sending them. Maybe we'll just ask her to renew. Yeah. But I love. Okay. I did not know this about Big Truck Farm Brewery. Didn't realize the owner. Well, Denny, why don't you read the other side of that slip that's in there?
So now let's talk about the Mini-tacker of the month. This is again, Big Truck Farm Brewing. Are you familiar with Big Truck? If their dream comes true, their name will someday be as familiar as Dogfish Head or Budweiser. Wow. Big Truck is owned by serial entrepreneur Kip Fulks, co-founder of Under Armour, who used his earnings to purchase farmland after Under Armour went public. Okay. Big Truck Farm Brewing has locations in Parkton and Queenstown, Maryland, where they have 16,000 plants, mostly grain and hops. Wow. I didn't know that either.
Me either. But I'd like you to open your I'd like you to open your tin tacker because I'm kind of curious.
Okay. I'm opening my tin tacker. That looks like
Okay.
this.
Now, I'll be honest, that's what
Yeah.
I was looking for.
Okay.
Oh, you can't see it because it's
What?
green. I got a different one.
You got a different tin tacker?
I got a different tin tacker.
No, I got the crew cab.
That's the one I wanted.
Okay, I'll have to send this to you then. Four core
Four's
four
core.
score.
Yeah.
Wait, why'd you get a different? You got a
I
Christmas
don't
one.
know.
I've got the crew cab.
I don't know.
Did you get the December mini tacker of the month club?
Maybe. I can't show them.
What does your little paper say?
I got the same paper that you did.
Oh, I got the crew cab.
Yeah, wait, because that's what I said. I was like, oh, that's really cool that, Big Truck is owned by serial entrepreneur Kip Fulks, co-founder of Under Armour. And I get
Oh,
a completely different tin tacker.
you got special.
Either I'm special or she just doesn't like me. Oops.
I, oh
Oops. Hang on.
wow,
No.
and
Hang
neither
on.
does your video
Ah,
like you.
crap.
Now what'd you do? You're all close up.
Yeah, I know. Let me go back into my settings here.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jen,
Yeah,
for
thank you, Jen.
providing us with October and November mini tacker of the month club.
Maybe December.
And maybe December. You might got a sneak peek of what you can get in December. But go to tintackers.com, sign up for the mini tacker of the month club. As you can see, I have quite a collection on my door. They make great little beer signs, and you get something unique in the mini tacker. They don't make these typically with the full size tacker, so you're going to get something that no one else is going to have,
Yeah.
and it's a one-time shot. You get it, in the mini tacker, or you don't get it at all. So it's special. So go subscribe and use the code Tap the Craft, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off of your order and to let them know that we sent you.
There, I'm back to normal.
You are back to normal. You're looking wide.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you're narrow in the wide shot.
There we go.
All right. Well, Kris, it's new and noteworthy beer time. You don't have anything to share?
I do.
You do have something to share.
I do.
Do you want me to share mine first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, let me try to get my phone off of my little stand here without spilling my beer.
Or I'm ready to go when you are, because my notes are never as in depth.
Well, no, I just was going to look up my beers here, so I'll go first, Kris.
Okay.
Let you
Okay.
get situated. So I can't remember if in the last episode I talked about my new and noteworthy. I had a bunch of good beers, but I started a new list for this one. There's only 3 beers on this list. I'm going to start off with ones I just had yesterday. I picked up this Field Pack 12 pack from Sockeye Brewing here in Boise. They had, 3 varietals that I thought, well, let me try and see what they have here. And they make some great beer. And the first one I had, well, no, actually the second one I had was their Everlasting Witbier. It's a wheat beer, a wit.
A wit.
Yeah. And I thought, okay, it's a wheat beer. How good can it really be? Well, guess what? It was 5 caps good.
Wow.
That's how good this beer can be. So I said, wow, this wit is damn good. Big yeasty esters with candied orange character and pretty dry for a wheat. Really enjoying this beer. Well done, brew team at Sockeye. 5 cap rating. Not often do I give a wheat beer 5 caps, but this beer is absolutely 100% a great beer. So any of my local Boise people, go out and try this beer. It is really worth your effort. They're making Sockeye has really stepped up their brewing game in the last few years, and I've been nothing but impressed with what they're putting out. So, Everlasting Witbier. The next one is also Sockeye beer in that same field pack that I picked up. It's the Wet Strata Single Hop Pale Ale. Now, I do these single, I've drank every single one of their single hop pale ales because I want to see what these hops can, you know, can portray being by themselves. And they do a great job at Sockeye of letting the drinker know what the hop can do. And Strata has been a hop that is typically used as a complement to other hops, and it works well. But this is the first time I think I had it alone in a beer and also being a wet hop. And again, it's a pale ale, so it shouldn't come across like all hops, right? You should have some malt in it. But in my experience with this one, I got mostly hop, but it's a good hop. And I gave this a 4.25 cap rating. I said, great use of Strata with bright hop fruitiness up front with hints of berries and finishing with a solid citrus grapefruit bitterness. Feels more like an IPA, but still damn tasty beer. 4.25 rating. And the last beer, going completely away from the wheat and the pale ale, going into a winter warmer. It is winter warmer season, so go out there and get those winter warmers. This is from Crux Fermentation Project. It's their winter warmer called Snow Cave. Now, I had this beer last year, and this beer was kind of a Belgian-y winter warmer. And I appreciate what they try to do with it, but it just wasn't hitting for me, so I gave it a lower rating. But the same name now is their latest winter warmer, and it doesn't come across Belgian-y. It doesn't have the Belgian-y yeast character. So I said, this is the 2024 version of in a new can art. Really enjoying this beer. Nice toffee and fig notes with a medium malty and mellow hop character. I don't remember the beer flavors from last year, but I like this beer a lot. Great winter warmer addition. 4.5 cap rating.
Nice.
So that's what I had for my new and noteworthy. And Kris, I'll let you go and do your new and noteworthy, and
Well,
I'm gonna go pee.
okay. Well, I mean, it's funny that you said winter warmer because that's exactly what mine is.
Okay.
All right. So I had a great winter warmer. It was Wednesday night. We actually went to Tampa Bay Brewing Company to meet with our dog training class, and it was the tree lighting ceremony for the holiday season here in Tampa, and they do it in a town in an area called Ybor, or historic Ybor. And I mean, while I was waiting for all the people to show up for training class, I mean, it made sense to just have a beer. So I grabbed put a Bing on it, and it was their winter warmer that was done with Bing cherries. And it's still weird to me where we sit in, wear shorts and t-shirts and celebrate, the holidays and Christmas and things like that. So having a winter warmer when it's just about 80 degrees outside is still weird, but I like it. So the put a Bing on it definitely was a little spicy. Definitely had that caramel and toffee flavor, but it also had a very big cherry flavor to go along with it. So what I got to do was just sit and sip on this thing while everybody showed up. And then while I finished it, it was time to go train some dogs and go do our thing. But it was a nice addition to have, kind of getting us in the holiday season, and gave it a 4.25 rating. Denny had a winter warmer with Bing cherries in it, so hence the name. But it was for I was drinking this right before we went and had our group training class in downtown Ybor while we're right outside of Tampa Bay Brewing Company. That's where we met. So It only made
I love
sense.
that you had to pre-funk before your training meeting.
I mean, it just kind of worked out that way. I was like, well, I'm gonna go sit here. I'm gonna sit at one of the tables at the brewery. I didn't want to be a jerk and hold up a table. But I
Oh,
wanted to go see what they had, and I was like, well, we're here a half an hour before the start of before the start of
yeah,
class. So I
yeah.
mean, I
You
said
need
to
to
Tina,
hydrate.
I was like, you think? Oh, I'm sorry, 20 minutes before class
Mm,
started. I said, you think I can go grab a beer and finish it in 20 minutes before class starts? And she was like, yeah. So
yeah,
that's what we did, and it ended up being a fantastic beer. So Doug puts out some great beers out of his system down there over in Ybor. So anything I can get from him that's new and different, I always go for it.
nice. Did you say? Did you see Dave while you're there?
He was there actually.
Oh, he
No, no,
was
no, no,
there.
no. I take it back.
Oh,
So Wednesday night, Wednesday night, I didn't see him there. But Friday prior to that, I went and visited. I went and had lunch with my buddy Tim and Jay,
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Dave was there.
Okay.
So, you know,
Did he come by and say hi?
no, but I went and said hi to him. He was talking to like I think he was talking to the folks over at the distributing company. Like they were all in
Mm,
the restaurant and chatting and having beers, but I made sure to go over and say hi and have a couple beers and just it's been fantastic weather as far as temperature goes
mm,
here recently, so taking the opportunities to have some beers outside and enjoy
yeah.
some oh, good morning to you too.
Oh,
Uh have some beers outside and enjoy some time with friends too.
nice, nice. All right. Well, you know what, Kris? I added one little thing before we get to our raise our glass, which can be part of our raise our glass as well.
Yeah.
But it is this show is releasing on Thanksgiving Day, and I know that that life can really deal us some hectic times, and sometimes it seems like, man, just things aren't going our way. But there's always something that we're thankful for. So I wanted to go ahead and just have an opportunity for us to just list some things that we're thankful for, some people, some you know activities, things that we do. So I'll start, Kris, because I don't want to put you on
Okay.
the spot.
Okay.
And so there's a few things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful, of course, for all of our great listeners out there who participate and support the show, not only with their Patreon support of their actual financial support, which blows my mind that anyone would give to our show, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It just shows that they're committed to what we do, but also to just the interactions that we have, meeting up with Eric Gronley and his wife and his family, just, showing us a great hospitality while we were in Minnesota. And for Eric Johnson, I mean, Scotty Ward, I mean, sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to out you there, but for, him fighting our show and just being so active in providing feedback and helping us with our voicemail and everything. It's been wonderful. I really appreciate that. Also, I'm thankful for reconnecting with my buddy Mike Blanchard. We served together in the Navy. Our friendship there, I've appreciated. And then now, over the last couple years that we've been getting together, I just really am warmed by the acceptance of him and his family when we went there and 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 camped out on their property, and I just love his family, and they just welcome us in with open arms, and it's just nice that we were able to reconnect and start that relationship back up, which I really do appreciate. So I just want to make that comment. Also, to my buddy Alex Fuchs, who never fails to bring me some great beer or have beer delivered to me when he can't come to Boise. I really appreciate him just being so giving with his beer and time and our friendship. And for you, Kris, of course, I can't forget you. I couldn't do this show without you being here to join me and help, provide that feedback back and forth, our little our fun times, providing some great beers for us to taste on the show,
Yeah.
and working out all the kinks with the Facebook Live that I just can't figure out, and just the ability that we can chat and forget about the crap going on elsewhere and just have fun talking with each other. So those are the things that I'm thankful for this time of the year. So I don't know, Kris, if you had anything you wanted to be thankful for.
No, most definitely. And you kind of touched on a few of them. The fact that we get to sit on here and chat about just beer. And by the way, are you nursing that thing or what are you doing?
This is my last sip
Okay.
right here. I'm trying to save a toast for the end of the
I
show.
know we got a little bit over here. But no, the fact that you and I can hop on here and just chat about something like beer that interests other people, and we can make connections and build relationships off of liquid in a bottle, right? Being able to either reach people here in my very own neighborhood. Eric lives maybe 10 minutes from me, to reaching out to all around the globe. I mean, we have listeners, Alex is in Israel half the time, and the folks that we talk to, Johan Halberg, we talk to every once in a while, and we're still talking about liquid in a bottle, right? But the fact that we get to just sit here, have some fun, discuss that, talk about our opinions, and it not be argumentative and political and just, well, all the rest of the dumb stuff that everybody talks about. We're over here talking about liquid in a bottle, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that we get to do that, I'm very thankful for, because not one time did either you or I, Denny, go, well, hey, I taste this, or I enjoy this, or I have fun doing this. And neither one of us went, well, that's dumb. That's wrong. It's probably because we're both buzzed at this point. But I'm very thankful for the fact that we get to chat with folks all over the globe.
Yeah.
While we're sitting here on our podcast that we've been doing for 10 plus years.
Yeah. Enjoying good beer.
Yeah. Enjoying good beer. But the fact that whether it's enjoying it over good beer, I can't imagine how many times I have said the community within craft beer is probably one of my favorite parts about it. The liquid in the bottle is great, but the people that are part of it make it that much better.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big things I'm thankful for. And I mean, hell, how many of our listeners have gotten together and just had beers together and sat down and got to know each other because of either the show or just, again, the liquid in the bottle.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Well, that's great. Well, Kris, how about raising glass tonight?
Guys, happy Thanksgiving. It's Thursday now that you're hearing this, unless you're on live with us on Facebook. But a happy Thanksgiving. Cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for listening to us. Hope you guys are able to spend some time with your family, whether you like them or not. If you don't, have some liquid in the bottle. It makes it a little more tolerable. Okay. But happy Thanksgiving, guys. We are getting into the holiday season, and I hope you're able to enjoy time with your friends, your family, whether they're blood or not. Enjoy the time. There's plenty of things to be thankful for, guys. Cheers, and thanks for listening to us. Denny, who would you like to raise a glass to this evening?
All right. I'll raise a glass tonight to our Patreon toast goes out to Mr. Eric Gronley. Thank you, Eric, for being a Patreon. And thanks for being a great supporter of the show. We really appreciate it. And I've already gave my other thanks. I missed one more Thanksgiving thanks. I really appreciate all the guests that we've had on this year.
Most definitely.
To give up their time, to provide beers for us as well. and great content. I really appreciate that they did that too. So cheers to all of our great guests out there. And of course, being a former serviceman, I want to raise my glass and thank all those who have served and are currently serving in the U.S. military services. I'm having trouble talking. Protecting our freedoms. I hope all those who are deployed are able to return home safely very soon. And Kris, could you please raise a glass and give a toast out to our sponsor?
Most definitely. We want to raise a glass to the folks over at Tin-Tackers, the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin-Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum beer signs perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a Mini-tacker of the Month Club, which is a club just for craft beer lovers who collect Tin-Tackers. It's a surprise in your mailbox every month. Make sure you visit their website at tintackers.com. Use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT at checkout and save 10% on your entire order to let them know we sent you.
All right. You can find the beers that we mentioned in the show on our show notes, located on a show post at tapthecraft.com. And it is last call. It is time to bring this show to a close. We want to thank you for downloading, listening. We ask you to please tell a friend. And of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a new show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.